Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Agarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. Your one stop for learning all the mathematic concepts, short tricks and smart tricks which are required to crack competitive exams and school students. This is the channel for you. If you want each and every concept along with the worksheets, yes, that's very important. We have been producing amazing content of late which is available on various platforms. I'll tell you the details very shortly. In this video, I'm going to start with the topic of decimals. If you start understanding decimals right from the basics, it will be wonderful, right? So if you are into preparation of quant section of SSC or whatever competitive exams, banking or railways, then you need to understand how to add, subtract and compare the decimals. Now that is the topic I'm going to take up in this video, and you will see it contains something special. So you need to watch it till the end, and I'm sure you will not repent watching the entire video. I was telling you about the content availability. The content availability is on various platforms. You can follow me on Instagram, the link of which I have already given in the description box below. You can download very nominal costing ebooks, validity based ebooks, the worksheets which I was talking about on our app that is known as the Learning Loop app. That's the name of the app. The Google Play Store link is already there in the description box below. You can download test series, notes, watch free videos, a lot of content on the Learning Loop app. This is the logo of the app, so make sure you are downloading the correct thing. And if you want unlimited validity stuff, then you can send me a message on WhatsApp 9896369963. That is the WhatsApp number. Also, we have our website on which we have uploaded all the practice worksheets. Even on this concept of decimals, we have uploaded the worksheet already on our website. The website name is www. That's my name, Suresh Agarwal .in. That's the name of the website. So all the links, the website link, the app link, the Insta link, everything is there in the description box below. So do read that description. I'm sure you're going to find something very useful in it. Let's see the questions in hand now. The first concept which I'm going to take up is to find the smallest one among some given decimals. Now it involves a very complicated kind of concept, and so many times the students preparing for competitions, and obviously the students at basic level class 6th and 7th, they get confused. So it's all about decimals which contains zeros, like the numbers which I have taken here: 0.001, 0.010, 0.0001. Quite confusing, right? Now let's see how to compare this. Before decimal, you can see there is nothing. It's just 0 point, 0 point and 0 point. So the comparison cannot be made on the basis of the number before decimal. Let's start with after decimal numbers. So the first digit in the first number is 0. The first digit in the second number is 0. The first digit in the third number is 0. That means we cannot even compare using the first digit after the decimal. Let's check the next digit now. In the first number, you have a 0 as the second decimal place, a 1 in the second number, and a 0 in the third number. So now we have a significant digit here, 1, right? And therefore, this number automatically becomes the largest, because irrespective of whatever comes after 1, it will be the largest, because 1 is greater as compared to 0 and 0, which occur at the corresponding positions in the other two numbers. Now let's compare the next digit. In the next third place, that is the third decimal place, we have a 1 here, a 0 here and a 0 here. Now this was already out of question because this is the largest. So we just need to compare the first and the third. In the first you have a 1 and in the third you have a 0. So that means the first number given there is second largest. And finally you have a 1 which comes at the fourth decimal place in the third number. Therefore this becomes the smallest. So if you want to find the smallest, the number 0.0001, that is the smallest one. Now that is one elementary concept of comparing the decimals. How do you convert some units into others when there are decimals involved in it? So we have lots of such questions, ordering of decimals, finding the smallest, finding the greatest. In our worksheet, you will find lots and lots of such practice questions. So if you are preparing for banking exams, the worksheet is for you. Do find the link in the description box below. Let's see the second question. So we have a quantity here, 5163 centimeters. Now we need to convert that in kilometers. Friends, conversions is all about understanding of the units. So 1 kilometer, if you know how many centimeters are there in a kilometer, only then you can do this. Kilometer is a big unit. When it's converted to meters, kilo means 1000, right? So 1000 meters, kilometers is 1000 meters. And if you want to convert 1 kilometer to centimeters, then 1000 meters, meter is 100 centimeters, right? So you need to multiply further by 100 to convert that into centimeters. So how many centimeters are there in a kilometer? You will have 1 followed by 5 zeros, that many centimeters. Now this is when you are converting a big unit into a small unit. But in the question given here, we are converting 5163 centimeters into kilometers. So we are converting a small unit into a big unit. The concept involved here is, whenever you convert a smaller unit into a larger unit, you always divide. You don't multiply. When you convert larger to smaller, you multiply. Whenever you convert smaller to larger unit, then you divide. Divide by what? In a kilometer, how many centimeters are there? We have already told you, 1 followed by 5 zeros, that many centimeters. So 5163 centimeters will be 5163 divided by 1 followed by 5 zeros, kilometers. And now division by 1 followed by 5 zeros should be easy for you. It will be, the decimal will be placed 5 digits from the right hand side. So 3615, 0 and a decimal. So that means these many kilometers will be there in 5163 centimeters. Quite easy, right? Understanding works for you. How to convert a larger unit into a smaller and a smaller into a larger. That's where the problems are faced by the students. They are converting the smaller to larger by multiplying. That's totally wrong. You need to divide it. All these conversion questions are also in the practice PDF, let me tell you. Next, writing in expanded form. The decimal questions, you can't escape such questions. Writing in expanded form. So how do you start writing any decimal number in expanded form? So suppose you have 146.008. This is a question which we are taking up. If there was no decimal, the question was only 146. You would have written 6 times 1 because 6 is in the ones place, plus 4 times 10 because 4 is in the tens place, plus 1 times 100 because 1 is in the 100 place. That's the expanded form of the whole number 146. But we have something else also, plus. After decimal, just like you have some zeros here, if there are zeros after decimal, you don't need to mention them in the expanded form. Or even if you mention it, it will be 0 times, what is the position, the place value of the zero, the first zero? It is 1/10. What is the place value of the second zero? It is 100th. And what is the place value of the 8? It is 1000th. So you can actually eliminate these two things, and the remaining part, that is 1 times 100 plus 4 times 10 plus 6 times 1 and plus 8 times 1000th. That will be the expanded form of this particular decimal number. Now that's how you need to understand the expansions of decimals. After that comes the operations on decimals, that is adding, subtracting, multiplying decimals, right? So I have one question of addition for you. I think that will be enough for understanding this. But again, the worksheet is really important. You need to download that. Okay. So if you want all the compilation of the worksheets, like we have 64 different worksheets of class 7th maths and 40 different worksheets of class 6 maths. So if you want all that, you have to send me a message on WhatsApp 9896369963. I'll tell you what are the best offers going on right now, and you can download it from all sources which are mentioned in the description box below. But the WhatsApp number which I am giving you, this will give you some combo offers which you can avail some discount also. Okay, so let's see the question of addition. 1385.2. The trick is to write the numbers one below the other, aligning what? You have to align the decimals. So if the second number is 56.08, you will write decimal under decimal and then 56.08 like this. 964.41 will be written as point here and then 964.41. Now I'll add vertically, and wherever there are blank spaces, like here after 2 you have a blank space, so you can put a 0. You can put a 0 here. You can put all sorts of zeros here. The numbers are not going to change. Now add vertically just like you do simple whole number additions. 8 plus 1 is 9. 4 plus 2 is 6. Put decimal under decimal, and then 15. 15 means 5 and a 1 carry. So 9 and 11 is 20. So 0 and a 2 carry. This is 5, 14. 14 means 4 and a 1 carry, and we have the 2. So 2405.69 happens to be the sum of the three given decimal numbers here. Aligning the decimals is the key here. Then similar way, you can follow the same method for subtracting the decimals. Like here I've taken one question, 780.955. I'll align the decimal of this 60.84. So I'll put the decimal here 60.84. I'll fill in the blanks here by zeros, and then I'll perform the subtraction just like I do for whole numbers. So 5 minus 0 is 5, 5 minus 4 is 1, 9 minus 8 is 1 decimal. So 0 minus 0 is 0, 8 minus 6 is 2, and then we have a 7, and therefore the question ends up here with the answer 720.115. Very easy, right? Addition and subtraction of decimal should not be a problem for you. But what happens when you have a mixture of addition and subtraction? Like in this question here, you have two numbers which are to be added and then two numbers which are to be subtracted from that sum. So in this case, I'll first add up the numbers which have positive sign, like 1000.28 and 900.54. I'll write it like this, and then I'll add these two first. So 12 to 1 carry means 8, 0, 0, 9 and 1. So 1900.82, and I will add up the other two numbers also which have negative signs in front of them, like 80 is negative here and 871.75 is also negative. So what I'll do is I'll add 871.75 and 80. Mind you, 80 is to be written as 80.0 or 80.00. Now you can add them. So you will get 951.75, and now all you need to do is to subtract 1900.82 and 951.75. See, how did I do it? I did not use one step at a time. I added all the positive ones, I added all the negative ones, and then I'm subtracting them. So 12 minus 5 is obviously 7, and then you have a 7 here, so 7 minus 7 is 0, and then 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 5 is 4, and then you have 18 minus 9, which is 9. So 949.07 happens to be the correct answer for this particular question. Friends, you can have infinite number of questions of decimals. The more you solve, the more comfortable you get, and that's why the worksheet is for you. So all the links are given below in the description box below. Download it now. The cost is going to surprise you. You can actually count the cost on your fingers. So friends, if you're liking all these videos, do share it with all your friends. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and click the bell shaped icon, because we have lots and lots of stuff coming in. Even after this video, there will be infinite number of videos to make you comfortable in your school maths or in your competitive exam maths. Thanks for watching this video, friends, and all the best for your practice.